Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome you all today. Today, we're going to explore an exciting topic: AI-driven quality control in pharmaceutical manufacturing. My name is Dr. S.K. Singh, and I hold a PhD in this field. In this presentation, we'll look at how artificial intelligence is transforming quality control processes, making them more efficient and reliable. We'll cover the key technologies involved, real-world applications, and the benefits AI brings to pharmaceutical manufacturing. So, let's get started and discover how innovation is shaping the future of pharma quality assurance. AI is increasingly being used as a real-time compliance and quality monitoring layer in pharmaceutical manufacturing. This shift is driven by various regulatory requirements that we need to align with, such as FDA CGMP, specifically 21 CFR Parts 210 and 211, as well as FDA 21 CFR Part 11, which governs electronic records and signatures. On the international front, we also have EU GMP Annex 11 and the ICH Guidelines Q8, Q9, and Q10 that set standards for quality management and process validation. Additionally, the ALCOA plus data integrity principles are fundamental to ensuring data is attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate, complete, consistent, enduring, and available. All these regulations collectively influence how we implement AI in our manufacturing processes. Now, when we talk about quality control, or QC, it's essentially about making sure our pharmaceutical products meet certain essential criteria. These include verifying identity, ensuring purity, safety, efficacy, and compliance with regulatory standards. It's about consistent quality, which is critical for patient safety and product efficacy. Traditionally, QC has faced some challenges. Manual inspections are time-consuming and prone to human error. Batch reviews can be delayed, which impacts productivity. There's often a heavy documentation workload, and the process tends to be reactive, meaning issues are addressed after they occur rather than preventing them. This is where AI comes into play. By enabling real-time monitoring, AI allows us to catch issues as they happen, rather than after the fact. Automated defect detection speeds up inspection processes and improves accuracy. Predictive quality analytics help us forecast potential problems before they impact product quality. And with intelligent process control, we can optimize manufacturing in real time, reducing the need for human intervention and making the entire process more efficient and reliable. All these capabilities are transforming how we approach quality in pharma manufacturing, making it more proactive, consistent, and aligned with regulatory expectations. Industry transformation is really reshaping how pharmaceutical companies approach quality assurance. Instead of relying solely on retrospective testing, there's a clear shift toward predictive and continuous quality models. This change is driven by the need for more proactive, real-time insights, which ultimately improve product safety and efficiency. Now, you might wonder why AI is so crucial in this evolution. Well, AI-based quality tools offer several key advantages. They enable faster defect detection, allowing issues to be identified and addressed more quickly. They also support continuous monitoring, so quality is maintained throughout the production process, not just at the end. AI helps improve batch consistency, reducing variability and ensuring each product meets the same high standards. It also enhances predictive risk management, giving us the ability to anticipate problems before they happen. And, with real-time release support, products can be approved faster without compromising quality. Of course, there are common manufacturing risks we face, things like batch inconsistencies, contamination events, process deviations, documentation errors, equipment failures, and delays in investigations. These risks can undermine product quality if not managed properly. That's where AI can make a real difference, helping to mitigate these risks through more precise and timely insights. Now, traditional human-dependent quality control has its limitations. Manual reviews can cause delays, especially when inspections are repetitive and tiresome. Subjective decision-making can lead to inconsistencies, and trend analysis often depends heavily on human judgment, which varies from person to person. All of these factors highlight why integrating AI into pharmaceutical QC isn't just a technological upgrade. It's a necessary step to overcome the inherent limitations of manual processes and to ensure we're delivering the safest, highest quality medicines to patients. AI and machine learning are increasingly being used to develop advanced process control systems and real-time inspection tools within pharmaceutical facilities. These technologies are transforming how we manage quality, making it more efficient and reliable. The main objective of AI-driven quality control is to shift from a reactive approach, where we fix problems after they occur, to a predictive one, where we can anticipate issues before they happen. Similarly, we're moving from manual inspection processes to automated systems that operate continuously, providing real-time insights and reducing human error. This transition from periodic checks to continuous monitoring is a game changer for maintaining consistent product quality. Now, let's look at the capabilities of AI in pharma manufacturing. AI technologies excel at pattern recognition, enabling systems to identify normal versus abnormal behaviors. Anomaly detection helps flag unexpected deviations early on, while statistical trend analysis allows us to monitor data over time and spot emerging issues. Automated visual inspection then ensures product and packaging quality without the need for manual oversight. And predictive maintenance uses AI to forecast equipment failures before they happen, minimizing downtime. Integration is also crucial. AI systems can seamlessly connect with existing pharma systems like manufacturing execution systems, SCADA, LIMS, PAT tools, and electronic batch records. This interconnected approach ensures data flows smoothly across platforms, enhancing decision-making and operational efficiency. When we talk about the major AI technologies powering these advancements, machine learning and deep learning are at the core, providing the foundation for many capabilities. Computer vision enables automated inspection tasks, while predictive analytics help forecast future trends. Natural language processing allows us to analyze unstructured data like reports and logs, and generative AI opens new possibilities for modeling and simulation. Altogether, these AI technologies are reshaping pharmaceutical manufacturing, making processes smarter, more predictive, and ultimately more reliable. Now, let's look at how AI-integrated PAT systems support predictive control and adaptive quality assurance. These systems enable us to anticipate issues before they become actual problems, which is a game changer for maintaining consistent product quality. For example, AI-enabled tablet compression systems can detect abnormal compression force trends early on, often before any tablet defects actually occur. This proactive approach helps us address potential problems before they impact the final product. When we talk about AI-based process analytical technology, or PAT, we're referring to tools that use advanced algorithms to analyze data in real time. One of the key capabilities here is anomaly detection. AI can identify process drift, abnormal trends, early signs of contamination, or equipment instability. Spotting these issues early means we can intervene sooner, reducing waste and improving overall process stability. What are the benefits of integrating AI into these systems? Well, we see a reduction in batch failures, faster detection of deviations, and an overall improvement in process capability. Plus, with continuous process verification, we can ensure consistent quality throughout production. Now, in terms of real-time monitoring, AI keeps an eye on critical parameters like temperature, pressure, humidity, mixing speed, dissolution profiles, and particle size distribution. This constant surveillance allows us to make informed adjustments instantly, ensuring that every batch meets our quality standards. In summary, AI-enhanced PAT systems are transforming our manufacturing processes by making them smarter, more reliable, and more responsive. They help us stay ahead of potential issues and maintain high-quality output consistently. Advanced vision language AI systems have achieved pharmaceutical-grade microbiological inspection accuracy rates above 99%. This means they can reliably identify even the tiniest issues, ensuring the highest quality standards. For example, AI-powered vision systems are capable of inspecting thousands of vials every minute, which is much faster and more consistent than manual inspection. This helps reduce errors and increases efficiency across production lines. When we look at AI in visual inspection systems, the core technology, computer vision comes into play. It can detect a wide range of defects such as cracks, discoloration, misprints, shape variations, and surface contamination. These are common issues that, if missed, could compromise product safety or efficacy. One of the biggest advantages of AI over manual inspection is accuracy. AI systems can achieve higher precision, and they operate at a much faster pace, significantly speeding up the inspection process. Plus, they reduce operator fatigue, which is a common source of errors in manual checks. Consistency is key here. AI consistently identifies defects without variability, which means fewer false positives or missed issues. Specifically for visual defect detection, these systems can spot problems like tablet defects, capsule filling errors, or label verification issues. They also check packaging integrity, foreign particles, and container closures. All of these ensure the final product is safe, effective, and compliant with regulations. In essence, integrating computer vision into pharmaceutical inspection not only improves quality, but also streamlines operations, making the entire process more reliable and efficient. Now, let's take a closer look at how AI-based predictive maintenance frameworks can really boost equipment reliability and help us minimize GMP-critical downtime. Essentially, these frameworks use advanced AI algorithms to forecast potential issues before they actually happen. For example, they can predict chromatographic drift trends and recommend calibration actions proactively, which helps prevent failures and keeps processes running smoothly. Moving on, one of the core components is AI for predictive quality analytics. This involves leveraging various data sources, such as historical batch records, sensor data, environmental monitoring data, instrument performance logs, and deviation databases. By analyzing all this information, AI models can identify patterns and predict deviations or failures early on. The operational benefits are significant. We see reductions in downtime, which means less interruption in production. There's also a decrease in rejection rates, saving time and resources. Plus, these AI systems enable faster root cause analysis, helping us pinpoint issues more quickly, and overall, they improve process robustness, making our operations more reliable. Finally, these AI predictive functions can forecast a range of critical events, including out-of-specification events, equipment failures, stability deviations, process variability, and environmental excursions. By anticipating these issues, we can take preventive actions, maintain high-quality standards, and ensure continuous compliance. This approach truly aligns with our goal of smarter, more resilient manufacturing. As we look at Slide 8, it's clear that regulatory frameworks are increasingly emphasizing the importance of explainable AI, auditability, and strong governance controls, especially within GMP environments. These elements are crucial because they help ensure that AI systems used in manufacturing and quality processes are transparent and trustworthy. When we talk about AI supporting data integrity, the ALCOA Plus principles come into play. These principles remind us that data must be attributable, meaning we need to be able to trace its origin. It also needs to be legible and contemporaneous, so records are clear and captured at the right time. Original data must be preserved, and it should be accurate, complete, consistent, enduring, and readily available for review when needed. To support these principles, AI-based data integrity controls are increasingly sophisticated. Automated audit trail reviews can quickly identify any inconsistencies. Detection of abnormal user activity helps prevent tampering or unauthorized access. Real-time data reconciliation ensures that data remains accurate and consistent across systems, and electronic signature verification adds an extra layer of security and accountability. Implementing these controls brings tangible compliance benefits. It reduces manual review efforts, making processes more efficient. It enhances traceability, so every step is documented and easy to follow. It also improves inspection readiness, ensuring that everything is compliant and well-organized when regulatory audits occur. Plus, it enables faster responses during audits, saving time and resources. Finally, regulators are focusing on key expectations for AI systems. They want to see systems that are auditable, validated, and secure. Human oversight remains essential to make sure AI operates correctly and ethically. Overall, integrating these principles and controls not only aligns with regulatory demands, but also supports a culture of quality and integrity in GMP environments. Let's take a closer look at AI-assisted batch quality decisions and the benefits they bring. By leveraging AI, we can significantly reduce release times, which means getting products to market faster. This also improves manufacturing efficiency, streamlining operations and reducing waste. Faster product availability is another key advantage, allowing us to respond quickly to market demands. Additionally, AI enhances process control, making sure each step stays within desired parameters. An example of this in action is continuous manufacturing systems, where AI-driven analytics support near real-time quality verification. This shift supports moving away from retrospective testing towards ongoing, continuous quality checks. Now, traditionally, batch release faced several challenges. Laboratory testing could be delayed, often holding up the process. Extensive documentation review was time-consuming, and long product release cycles could slow down delivery. This is where AI-based real-time release testing, or RTRT, comes into play. AI can analyze process trends on an ongoing basis, giving us immediate insights. It evaluates critical quality attributes, those key factors that determine product quality, and supports instant batch disposition decisions. All of this means we can make smarter, faster decisions, ultimately ensuring consistent product quality while speeding up the entire release process. Now, it's important to remember that even though AI can help us generate GMP documents, the FDA has made it clear that these still need full oversight and approval from the quality unit. So, human review remains essential to ensure everything meets regulatory standards. Let's look at some of the advantages of using generative AI in quality control. It can significantly cut down on documentation time, helping us be more efficient. It standardizes formatting, which improves consistency across reports. It also speeds up report generation, allowing us to respond more quickly to quality issues. Overall, these tools can really streamline our workflow. However, there are regulatory risks to consider. Generative AI isn't perfect. Sometimes it can produce hallucinated content, meaning it might generate information that's not accurate or relevant. It might omit critical regulatory requirements or draw conclusions that aren't correct. That's why human oversight is crucial to catch these potential errors. On the positive side, AI-assisted documentation supports tasks like drafting SOPs, preparing deviation reports, CAPA documentation, investigation summaries, and trend analysis reports. These applications can save time and improve the quality of our documentation. But again, all AI-generated records must be reviewed by humans, approved by the quality unit, and be traceably verified. This ensures that the integrity of our documentation is maintained and that we remain compliant with regulatory expectations. In summary, while generative AI offers many benefits, it's vital to maintain strict oversight and approval processes to ensure regulatory compliance. Let's take a closer look at this important regulatory principle. While AI can certainly support making quality decisions, it's crucial to remember that it can't replace human accountability. Ultimately, humans are responsible for the decisions, especially in regulated environments. Now, when it comes to regulatory requirements for AI systems, there are several key areas we need to focus on. First is validation, making sure the AI performs as intended. Then, traceability is vital so we can track how decisions are made and changes are implemented. Explainability is also essential. We need to understand how the AI arrives at its conclusions. Audit trails help us keep a record of activities, and access control ensures only authorized personnel can make changes or access sensitive data. Lastly, change management is necessary to handle updates or modifications in a controlled way. Moving on to regulatory expectations, there are specific standards and regulations that guide us. These include the FDA 21 CFR Part 11, which governs electronic records and signatures, and the EU GMP Annex 11, focusing on computerized systems. The ICH Q9 provides risk management principles, and ICH Q10 emphasizes the pharmaceutical quality system. GAMP5 offers guidance on good automation practices, and CSA, or Computer Software Assurance, is increasingly important for verifying software reliability. In terms of inspection focus areas, regulators will be particularly interested in how well AI models are validated. Data governance is critical, knowing where our data comes from and how it's managed. Supplier qualification is also a key point, ensuring our vendors meet the necessary standards. Lastly, cybersecurity controls are vital to protect sensitive information and maintain system integrity. All of these points connect back to our overall goal, ensuring that AI systems are reliable, compliant, and trustworthy in regulated environments. This balanced approach helps us leverage AI's benefits while maintaining accountability and regulatory compliance. Now, let's take a closer look at AI validation and lifecycle management. An emerging trend we're seeing industry-wide is the shift from traditional CSV approaches towards CSA-based assurance methodologies. This transition reflects the growing complexity and importance of AI systems in regulated environments. Implementing AI in these settings requires robust validation processes, strong governance, and effective controls over predictive performance. Without these, there's a risk of unintended consequences or regulatory noncompliance. One of the main challenges we face with AI validation involves dynamic learning models. These models evolve over time, which makes validation more complex. Model drift, where the model's performance changes as new data is introduced, is another significant concern. We also need to carefully manage bias to ensure fairness and accuracy, and explainability remains crucial. Regulators and users alike want to understand how decisions are made by these AI systems. To address these challenges, a risk-based validation approach is essential. This means focusing validation efforts on areas that impact product quality, patient safety, data integrity, and compliance criticality. By prioritizing these factors, we ensure the most critical aspects are thoroughly validated. The validation lifecycle itself is a structured process that includes several key steps. It begins with defining user requirements through the user requirement specification, followed by a comprehensive risk assessment. Next, we move into model development, ensuring the model is built according to specifications. Functional testing verifies that the model performs as intended, while performance qualification confirms it meets performance standards. But validation isn't a one-time task. Continuous monitoring is vital to catch any issues early and ensure ongoing compliance. So, in summary, managing AI validation throughout its lifecycle involves a careful, risk-driven approach that adapts as the system evolves, ensuring safety, quality, and regulatory adherence. Now, let's look at some of the limitations of AI systems that we need to keep in mind. First, compliance risks are a major concern. Regulatory environments can be complex, and AI systems may struggle to fully adhere to all requirements. Then there's the issue of lack of explainability. Often, AI decisions can seem like a black box, making it difficult to understand how conclusions are reached. Validation complexity is another challenge, as ensuring AI models are accurate and reliable across different scenarios can be quite intricate. We also face supplier dependency, which means relying heavily on specific vendors or platforms, potentially creating vulnerabilities. Data privacy concerns are also critical, especially when handling sensitive information. A key industry lesson here is that AI should serve as a decision support tool rather than an autonomous decision maker. Experts consistently emphasize that final regulatory and quality decisions must remain under qualified human oversight to ensure accountability and safety. Moving on to technical challenges, algorithm bias is a significant issue. If the training data is biased, the AI's outputs will be too. Incomplete training data can limit the AI's effectiveness, leading to inaccuracies. False positives and negatives also pose risks, either missing critical issues or flagging non-issues, which can both be problematic. Cybersecurity vulnerabilities are another concern, as AI systems can be targets for attacks that compromise their integrity. Finally, there are operational risks. Overdependence on automation might reduce human vigilance, which is risky in critical environments. Reduced human oversight can lead to missed nuances or errors that an AI might overlook. Implementation costs can be high, especially for complex systems, and organizations may face significant expenses and resource commitments. Additionally, workforce retraining is necessary to ensure staff are equipped to work alongside these new technologies effectively. All of these points highlight why a balanced approach, leveraging AI's strengths while being mindful of its limitations, is essential for successful integration into our industries. As we look to the future, AI-driven quality frameworks built around digital design are expected to really strengthen pharmaceutical manufacturing systems, making them more sustainable and adaptable. This means that regulations will evolve to focus heavily on areas like explainable AI, ensuring that AI decisions can be understood and trusted. Ethical AI governance will also become a priority, emphasizing responsible use of these powerful tools. Additionally, continuous validation will be critical, allowing systems to be constantly checked and improved. Standards for transparency in AI will help create trust and clarity around how these systems operate. Moving into the future of AI-driven pharmaceutical quality control, we're seeing some exciting trends emerge. Autonomous manufacturing systems, for example, will enable factories to run more efficiently with minimal human intervention. Digital twins will allow us to simulate processes virtually, helping us optimize production before physical implementation. Self-correcting production systems will adapt in real time to maintain quality, reducing waste and errors. AI-powered robotic laboratories will streamline quality control testing, making it faster and more precise. And intelligent compliance assistants will help ensure that all regulatory requirements are met effortlessly. All of these innovations tie into the broader Pharma 4 vision, where future pharmaceutical facilities will be fully connected and smart. Think about connected factories that communicate seamlessly, continuous manufacturing processes that run non-stop, and predictive quality systems that anticipate issues before they happen. Real-time regulatory monitoring will allow us to stay compliant effortlessly, even as regulations evolve. Altogether, these advancements aim to create a more agile, efficient, and transparent pharmaceutical industry, aligned with the overall goal of improving patient safety and product quality through digital transformation. So, in conclusion, AI is really transforming pharmaceutical quality control, shifting it from a reactive process of inspection to a more proactive, predictive assurance approach. What this means is that we're now able to detect potential issues earlier, monitor processes more effectively, and ensure data integrity across the board. Of course, regulatory compliance remains a cornerstone. It's essential to make sure that all AI deployment in GMP environments meets the strict standards we operate under. And while AI provides incredible support, human oversight is still mandatory, especially for critical quality decisions, because human judgment remains irreplaceable in these complex situations. AI-driven quality control aligns perfectly with the goals of Pharma 4 and continuous manufacturing initiatives, helping us become more agile and efficient. But adopting AI successfully isn't just about the technology. It requires strong governance, risk-based validation, and ongoing compliance with regulations. And let's not forget, human expertise is vital throughout this process. People need to be involved to interpret AI insights and ensure everything remains on track. Finally, continuous monitoring of AI systems is key to maintaining their effectiveness and adapting to any changes over time. In summary, combining AI with these essential principles allows us to elevate pharmaceutical quality control to a new level of confidence and reliability, supporting the future of manufacturing. For further support, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you implement what you've learned today and answer any questions you might have. Remember, the goal is to ensure you feel confident moving forward. So, if you need any assistance or clarification, contact us through the provided details. Thank you very much for your time and engagement today. Your participation is truly appreciated.